everybody, I'm Dave. Welcome back to Sailing Madness. As you can see, I'm on my swing mooring, my new berth for the summer, and I'm about to slip the lines and go for a little sail. And of course you're coming with me. Where am I going? Well, we're going to go south. I'll explain more in a couple of minutes, but as you can see, it's a lovely peaceful morning. It's just about 6 o'clock, the sun has just risen, and apart from the noisy birds and a little bit of breeze, it's a lovely place to wake up. One thing I always forget to bring out before we set off is my gloves. Every single time. Right, autopilot's on. Got a bit of wind. So let's get the sails out. Now I've got my gloves. Okay, so now we've left the marina, got the main up. Just as you can see, we are heading straight into the wind at the moment. Not sure if you can see that very well, but yeah, wind is on the nose. So the sails won't do anything until we can change course a little bit. We can't really do that until we get out of this little area. So now we've left, where am I going? Right, so here we are, using the Orca system today. Just left the marina here, and if I scroll out, this is Jura down here, and to give you a proper idea of where we are, let's just zoom out so you can see the whole of the UK. So there it is, there's the UK there. Okay, we are up here on the west coast of Scotland. This is where we just, oh, I hate it when it does this fucking thing. Okay, so we've just left the marina here, and this is Jura. Now I've never been to Jura before, and this is where we're going down here. It's going to take us about 5 hours to get there. So this is Craig House, and that's where we're aiming for today. Might not get that far. I might decide to call it a day and pop into one of these anchorages here, but we'll see. But we're aiming for Craig House. Let's see how far we get. So we're just heading now down towards the end of Loch Craiganish. This down here is the Doris Moor Point. Now if we wanted to go north and back up to Oban today, we wouldn't get through that gap now because the tide is coming down this way far too strong. We have to wait till later. But we're going south, so we're going to go with the tide. And you can just see in the distance, in the haze, or in the cloud, Jura, that's where we're going. Still nice to be out. As you can see, the sea's nice and flat. A bit cold, the wind is a bit chilly. But once we get past this point, we should be able to see Crinan, the end of the Crinan Canal. We're going to go past that, past all the islands, and just keep heading south. Wind is just about on the nose, so I'm not going to put the headsail out just yet. When there's a bit more space out here, probably do a bit of tacking maybe. We'll see. Right, okay, so we're just at the end of Loch Craiganish. There's Doris Moor over there. It looks very calm actually. But we're heading south, so we're going to pick up the tide in a minute. I expect our speed to pick up. Our speed to pick up. Can't speak because it is quite cold. The wind, ooh, it's fresh. But still, loving it. Great to be out. Shame it's not sunny, but as long as it stays dry. No forecast for any rain today. But there again, there was no forecast for any rain last night, and it absolutely hammered it down. Woke me up. But you can see the water ahead. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but I think we're heading into the sort of tidal bit now. But lucky enough, the tide's going to be going with us, which is why I needed to get here before 11:30, because at 11:30 it changes, turns around and goes back up. So if we were going to back up to Oban, back up to that area, up this way, I'd have needed to be here after 11:30. But because I'm going south, I need to be here before 11:30. Clear as mud? There we go, just about to get into it now. Well, the wind's picked up a little bit, so I'm going to bring the headsail out and see what happens. I'll probably put it back in about 2 minutes. Blue line is my furling line. As you can see, it's doing fuck all. Right, as you can see, I've put the head sail away because it was just flogging around, getting on my nerves. Still very, very little wind and still going with the tide. And as a bonus, look at that, the sun's come out. What a beautiful day to be out on the water. Right, so the autopilot's got everything under control. I think it's time for another coffee. One coffee, one tangerine. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still slowly making my way down the Sound of Jura. That is Jura behind me over there. Now, I did mention earlier on that I might not get all the way down to the anchorage that I'm aiming to get to tonight. I have got a motivation to get there, and that's because there's a pub there that does sell Guinness. So that was going to be my first choice. If I decided I'd had enough, if it started raining and it wasn't particularly pleasant, then the anchorage I was going to stop at it's over there somewhere. You can't really see it. It's called Lusa Bay, but we're passing that now. So I am continuing down to the anchorage, my first choice of where I wanted to get to today. But still lovely, nice and calm. Shame there's not more wind. What wind that there is cold wind. My hand's freezing holding the camera, but still lovely being out. Okay, so it's getting nice and warm. I've taken my jacket off, the sun's out. I don't think it's going to be out for too much longer. There's a lot of cloud over there and that's heading this way, so I'm making the most of the sunshine while it lasts. Got about an hour to go before we get to Craig House. It's not an anchorage. You pick up a mooring ball in the bay. Now, I've never picked up a mooring ball on my own on this boat before. I've always done it when Robin's been with me, or Gary, or my wife Sarah. So whether or not I'm going to be able to do this on my own, I don't know. Of course, I've got to do it when I get back to the swing mooring at Ardfern, because that's where I leave the boat. So practice makes perfect. So hopefully there won't be that many boats there, and if I do cock it up, or rather when I do cock it up, there'll be plenty of room to go around and maybe aim for another ball and try again. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I'll film it so you can have a little giggle at my cock-ups and my mistakes. My plan is, the way I'm going to do it, okay, I've got my hook ready. I'm going to put a line on the cleat at the front of the boat at the bow, and I'm going to run that back, and then around midships is where I'll try and hook the buoy with the line, and then I'll walk the line forward that's connected to the buoy to the bow. That's the plan. So rather than coming off the helm and having to walk all the way up to the bow, I'm going to try and hook the buoy midships. That's the plan. Watch this space. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, if you're enjoying this video and you want to find out more, there's a couple of ways you can do that. Head over to Facebook, follow Sailing Madness over there, and there's a website as well with all information about the boat and about how I got the boat and my history. If you're interested in any of that, head on over to sailingmadness.co.uk. Okay, so I've got the jacket back on, but we didn't get much rain actually. It did spit for a bit, but I think most of it missed us, which is quite lucky. As you can see, we're heading towards Craig House, which is just over there, in preparation of picking up a mooring ball, my first time solo. What I've done is I've got this line here, this is the end of it, and the other end is tied on to the port side bow cleat. It runs through the fair lead, under the anchor, back through the starboard fair lead, and I've flaked it down the starboard side of the boat. So the plan is I'll pick up a mooring ball here, got the hook ready, and then I'll run the line through it, and then I can walk the line to the starboard bow cleat and tie it on. That is how I think I'm going to do it. Will it work? Will I do it first time? Will I cock it up? Will I make a tit of myself? Will there be other people in the anchorage looking at me and laughing at me? We'll find out in a couple of minutes.
Free as a bird in the sky, that is what you are. Breathe and you know you're alive. Feel the beat of your heart. Well, life is a crazy way of turning everything upside down. So move with the time that you have. The world will keep spinning round. Listen, I wanna be there with you no matter where you go. Life is a table for two, and we're starting the show. Well, I'm gonna spread my wings and fly so high up above the clouds. You know that time doesn't wait for your dreams. We're living right here and now.
I'm good. Do you need a hand?
No, I think I've done it.
Really good.
Just about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, mate. Thank you. Well, do you know what? That couldn't have gone any better, could it? Okay, there wasn't many other boats here. There was virtually no wind. But for the first time, getting the mooring ball on the first attempt, that's a win for me. That's a big win. Secret is slow and steady. Took my time. And what a hero. The guy in the boat over there came out in his dinghy, offered to give me a hand. Got the lines already on, so I didn't need him. But it was nice to know if I had cocked it up, he was there to grab a line and help me get on that mooring ball. But no, I'm pleased with that. I've definitely deserved my pint of Guinness later on tonight. If you spin round, you can probably see the distillery is there, the pub or the hotel with the pub in it is there. If you're into your whiskies, then maybe one of the attractions of coming in here is to go to that distillery. Not a fan of whiskey myself, so certainly not the reason why I came here, but certainly looks like a nice place. I'm going to have some lunch, chill out for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to go ashore and grab a pint of Guinness later on. But yeah, pleased with that. What a nice day, and the sun's come back out as well. Beautiful. This is what sailing's all about, isn't it? Little goals of achievement. Okay, so there's been a change of plan. Now, as you can see and hear, it's a bit choppy, it's a bit windy out there, so I haven't got off the boat at all. I haven't gone ashore for my pint of Guinness, and that's because shortly after lunch the winds did pick up. So they've been blowing sort of constantly, sort of 15 to 17 knots, gusting 25 at times, and I didn't fancy taking the dinghy to shore in that. So I've stayed on the boat. I've cooked myself some teriyaki chicken with some noodles. So I had that just before, and I think what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be setting off here tomorrow. Going to go early because the winds are picking up again tomorrow afternoon, and I don't really fancy staying here if it's going to be even choppier than what it is now, because the winds are forecast to be stronger tomorrow afternoon than what they are or have been today. So I think to get a little bit of shelter, I'm going to head over to Tayvallic. I was there last year with Robin, lovely place, and it's quite sheltered because you've got a big bit of land in the way. So I'm going to be up early tomorrow morning, so that's why I'm not going ashore, that's why I'm not having any Guinness. Going to be leaving here probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, get over to Tayvallic before the winds pick up at about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That is the plan at the moment, as always, subject to change. But as you can see, the sun is just starting to set, and it is a beautiful location. It is just a little bit too windy, a little bit too swelly. Those winds are going to die down. Hopefully the swell will die down when it comes to bedtime later on. But it's been a nice anchorage, but just haven't got ashore. It's just been a bit too choppy. Still, it's great to be out. I'm not complaining. And that just about does it for Dave for today. If you're still here watching at the end, then you must have enjoyed this episode, so please remember to hit the like button and consider subscribing. You'll be doing us a big favour by helping us reach more viewers, as the more likes and subscriptions we get, the more likely YouTube is to recommend us to people who may not have found us yet. And if you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the box below. Finally, if you'd like real-time updates, ad-free episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, then head over to Patreon and join the Sailing Madness Patreon crew. Click the link in the description below for more details. Until next time, thanks for watching. Oh, and if you've not seen them yet, don't forget to check out some of our previous episodes.